Tonight, to live this kind of moments with our people, our players, everybody at the club, it's just an incredible feeling. It makes sense, a lot of the things that we do and we go through when you just see so many happy faces and so many people proud of what we are doing. And yeah, it was unbelievable right from the beginning. The manner that our supporters waited for us outside the stadium, the energy, the passion that they put in, it was just great to witness.
It would be fair to say that tonight the supporters rose to the occasion, set the tone.
Absolutely. I think they set the standards and we tried to catch up with them immediately. And it's so good after so many years to give that joy back to them and see that pride in their eyes is beautiful to watch.
So many players were involved tonight. Maximum subs off the bench, all to make an impact. What pleased you most?
Again, the togetherness. It was very difficult to make certain decisions, and I feel a lot for the boys because I know generally how good people they are, and some of them, I talked to them this afternoon. I said, I apologize, I'm going to play the same team. And the reaction immediately is, boss, I'm here when you need me. I'm going to be right with the team and give me a hug. So what else do I want?
Bukayo Saka,
Yeah. Sweet victory. After all said and done, Arsenal pulled through. Yeah, we had a gentleman back to talk about what went well, what went bad, and then just Arsenal is in the final, invincible, for another season. I don't think Arsenal has ever been in the UCL as invincible before. But I have these gentlemen who were here before, and they're going to talk to you again about the tackles they are trying to tackle one another. Remember, this is fans tackle. So I have again with me Taku. Taku, hello. How do you feel about the game?
Hello. Let's kiss the bell. Let's go, Arsenal. This is the happiest day of my life.
Wow.
I want to really live this day. Like in 2 weeks, I'll be celebrating winning the EPL. After that, I'm celebrating winning the Champions League. I think Arteta deserves a statue. He has restored our pride. We are now the best team in Europe and also in the EPL. Arteta's red and white army, by side, North London, all the haters. Yeah, it was a good game. We are happy. We enjoyed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Eric. Eric, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, North London forever. If all goes well, I'll be in London to witness the parade myself. So this is a great win, a well fought win. We did the job. I mean, the job that needed to be done was done, and I mean, I'm extremely happy. And if it all goes well, I'll be there myself to witness it live in Khaled.
And I know somebody. How do you feel?
I think, being from a neutral point of view, just watching the match, I would say the better team or the best team won. But just listening to the conversations by these two Arsenal fans, you can see a sharp disparity in their level of confidence. One is full of ifs and buts, and one is celebrating already. They are the best in Europe and all that. Please hold your horses, Taku. Hold your horses. You can see the humility with which Eric expressed his joy. This is not the first time we've seen Arsenal in the final. We've seen you before, and we know what you can do. I don't want to show you a bottle to mean anything, but when you see a bottle, you know what it means. I don't want to jump the gun, but it seems Taku is over enthusiastic. He's the happiest man in the world, and it's funny. Just qualifying to a final alone can make him overjoyed like this. Imagine when he wins the actual cup. It shows you the lack of trophies in their cabinet. It's not a usual feeling, you see. So I think I'll pardon Taku for that, but he should hold his horses at the moment. The battle is not won. You've won the battle, but not the war. So hold your horses.
Okay, hold your horses, says Cornelius. Anyway, well, they've won fair and square. Do you think this was just a matter of luck, considering the way the game went? Eric?
Definitely not. If you watch the game, we created a lot of chances. I mean, the ball was in our possession most of the time, until like after we scored the goal, and then they tried to do something. But I think their game plan was to sit back and hope that they get at least a 0-0 going into the 70th minute, and then they can bring all their forces. But Saka had other plans for them, and we managed to they get a first goal, and then they opened up and that's how I expected the game to go. We get a first goal, they open up, and then we score more goals. But unfortunately, we're not able to capitalize on them opening up. We created the chances, but we were not able to capitalize. At the end of the game, it was a very close game. It was closer than I expected it to be. They had a very clear chance that they should have converted, but I mean, brilliant defending again from our men at the back. Very, very composed, not giving up on the play. Because any other defender would have just given up and let him score. But Gabriel stood stuck with the man and then was able to get a clearance. It was a very tense moment. I think the changes were perfect. I would have brought on Martinelli earlier when they were pressuring us to be able to counter attack. Because when Martinelli came on, you could see that he had a pace, he was running in behind, and I think he should have come in earlier. But aside that, I mean, perfect game from Arteta. He read the game very well, did the changes perfectly. I think he managed the game brilliantly.
He managed the game brilliantly. Could it be because he won today? Because I know the same set of fans, will have roasted Arteta. The other day, I think one of you was discussing off the camera about the need to make Eze to be in the game all the time. But Eze was subbed off today, and then they see had their way. So if it had gone south, what do you think? What do you think you will have said? Anyway, I'm not going to allow you to respond to that. Let's take on Taku. Taku, you are going to the final to face either PSG or Bayern Munich. Do you think you are capable?
Yes, this is the only you have seen us play. We are invincible. No one is beaten us. We are capable of causing damage to the big teams. We are the best team in Europe. And for Bayern versus PSG, we'll be just watching the game. We don't care who wins. We are ready to face anyone who thinks is ready to face us now. So let's wait and see. But for the final, I think Arsenal is going to win.
The final, Arsenal is going to win. Okay, I'm sure this Chelsea fan is not happy with all this because too many calamity has happened to Chelsea this week, and I can really pity you and your situation. Don't worry, bad time don't last forever. But do you think Arsenal is capable, Cornelius?
I think Taku is allowed to dream. Dreaming is allowed, but too much dreaming is not welcome, because you can't tell me that the two teams you are going to face in, you don't have a sense of fear or panic, because those two teams, they are different beasts altogether compared to the Atletico team you played. And like Eric mentioned, I think he alluded to it some way, somehow. Most of the game being won was not out of tactical brilliance of anything of that sort, as you said, because it was not the changes that kind of brought in a different dimension to the game. Rather, we saw an unusual situation where your star boy all of a sudden turned into a poker of a number 9 and then took advantage of a rebound. So before the game, I said the game would be won on like scenarios, and that is what actually happened. So I think you were giving predictions up to 3 goals in this match, which I felt were kind of not absurd but overzealous. And actually, I think we saw a very close game. I just think things didn't work out for Atletico today, as we can see. That is why when I was talking about Lookman, I didn't give him a goal in the game, not because I foresaw him playing a bad game, but today was actually one of the days that he would regret actually stepping foot in the pitch. It just didn't work. And as players or as fans of the game, there are certain days that nothing works in your favor. And I think that's what just actually happened to Atletico. But going back to Eric's point on that idea of defensive brilliance, great, and what of you, that particular tackle on Simeone is actually a contentious one for me. I actually was looking out for more inspection into the holding and the dragging that went in before the player kind of miskicked the ball. But all things being equal, I think Arsenal had the better of the two teams. They actually created more chances. Like Eric said, they actually had more shots on target and more options created. So yes, today is their day, but Taku, I just don't think it's fair to say you are the best in Europe when we have these free-flowing teams coming your way. And I'm telling you, there's no team in this particular world currently that would envy you going to play either of those two teams. I don't envy you at all. And we live to see, since it's a matter of 2 weeks. And I think everything will come in place at the right time.
Wow. Uh, but I think Arsenal has done so well, even to detractors, and they may not have played beautiful football, but I think they have done so well. So, on a final note, Eric, do you still want to make a prediction? Your prediction today did not go as you did. Do you still want to make a prediction ahead of the final?
I mean, it depends on who we get. If it's PSG, I think it's an easy game for us. And so, me personally, I'll be rooting for. Me personally, I'll be rooting for PSG because I I think PSG's defense is too porous. They attack with everybody on the pitch, and so the defense will be very vacant for us to score. And so I'll be rooting for PSG. They're already a goal up. And so if we get PSG, I think we win 3-1 again. But if it's Bayern Munich, because we have played them recently, I believe that they will be ready for us and they're going to show up defensively and they have the attackers. Harry Kane is the top goal scorer in Europe currently. He's a very potent striker. He's not a stranger to us now. He has been scoring against Arsenal. He scores every time he plays against Arsenal. And so I want to steer clear of Harry Kane because they will be preparing for us now and they know and they want to revenge against us for the disgrace we gave them in the early parts of the league. So I prefer PSG. I know PSG is going to become too like proud of themselves that they play football, they play with pride, and so it becomes very easy if you have a
Okay.
very solid
Okay.
defense.
So, Taco, do you feel the same way? I mean, I've been prompted now that we have to go very quickly. So, Taku, do you feel the same way?
Honestly, Arteta is like the tactical clarity. Every player knows their job and every phase their purpose, like in today's game. So I know when we play the big sides, Arteta is a plan for us, and we just have to celebrate.
All right.
He has
Let's
told us
celebrate.
before. Yeah, he told us before, like, be happy. This season, be
Okay.
happy. We are going to win.
Okay.
So we are just happy and excited.
Okay. Cornelius?
I think it's still the same rhetoric that is running around here, humility and overzealousness from these guys, and it just shows you that they don't know what they are in for. And I liked how Eric is able to analyze the game with some sense of humility, because that PSG and Bayern team, like he said, they play with pride, and people that play with pride, they kind of, no matter what happens, they play to their ideals, and they don't care how many goals you are going to score. They have a sense of pride in themselves that they are going to eventually get a goal. And I think that is going to be key when you have an Olise, you have 𝐓𝐡𝐞𝐲'𝐫, you have Dewey, you have all these kinds of attackers running at your defense throughout the game. It's very scary. And if you know the counter-attacking potential of these teams, if one of them has the potential to just defend for a few minutes, and I'm telling you, for a few minutes until Arsenal will sweat, no matter which team they face in the final. But yes, Arsenal winning wouldn't be the end of the life for us. But for Chelsea fans, that shouldn't happen on this earth. We will not hear the end of it. So I think I'm rooting for whichever team that they face. So that is my end goal.
Okay. So, Arsenal and Destiny. Will it happen this time around, or are they still going to have another wait? So, the date is 30th of May 2026. Well, when next we come around here, we'll be discussing the next match. That's between Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain. So, but on this note, I want to say thank you for watching. Like we always say, try to share. We're just trying to allow our fans to talk, to have their say. Again, you remember that every journey, every kick, every tackle starts with the fan. So I will see you the next time. Thank you.